Are you struggling to connect to your Docker daemon using SSH on Windows? You're not alone. Many users face this challenge, and today we're going to solve it together. I totally get it. You've installed Docker Desktop for Windows, and while you can run containers, connecting via SSH can feel like a puzzle. It's frustrating when things don't work as expected, especially when you're eager to get started. Here's the situation. One user recently asked how to connect to their Docker daemon using SSH after installing Docker Desktop on Windows 10. They mentioned that the command docker machine ls doesn't show their Docker host. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this. So what's going on here? Docker Desktop for Windows uses a different architecture compared to traditional setups. This can lead to confusion when trying to connect via SSH, especially if you're used to older methods like boot Docker. And stick around. I'll share a crucial tip at the end that will make your Docker experience smoother and more efficient. To connect to the Docker daemon using SSH, the user should first ensure that the Docker daemon is running. This can be verified by checking the Docker Desktop application. Next, the user needs to configure the SSH settings. This involves creating an SSH key if one does not already exist. The user can do this by running the command SSH keygen in the terminal. After generating the SSH key, the user should add the public key to the Docker daemon's authorized keys. This can be done by copying the public key and appending it to the authorized keys file on the Docker host. Now the user can attempt to connect to the Docker daemon via SSH. They should use the command ssh docker at 10.0.75.1 to initiate the connection. If the connection is successful, the user will be logged into the Docker host. If they encounter any issues, they should check their SSH configuration and ensure that the Docker daemon is accessible. Fun fact, did you know that Docker was originally designed to run on Linux? It's amazing how far it has come to support Windows and Mac users too. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. According to another user, you cannot connect to the Docker VM using SSH. They also mentioned that accessing the console or terminal through Hyper-V Manager is not possible. Here's that crucial tip I promised. Always ensure your Docker Desktop is updated to the latest version. This can prevent many connectivity issues and improve performance. And there you have it. You should now be able to connect to your Docker daemon with ease. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks on Docker and other tech topics.